Greetings ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the garage. For those following the channel, we're taking a short break from the Daytona project because we've got a bit of work to do on this bike. It's a nice BMW F650GS. It's in decent condition. It's used off-road regularly, so that shows. But yeah, lovely bike. But talking to the owner, this bike has some other issues which I'm going to try to sort out in a different video if I decide to film that. But for now, let's get straight to the rear caliper. So I got the caliper on the bench. It doesn't look too bad, it looks in pretty good shape. In fairness, this caliper probably did not need rebuilding, but is what the owner requested, so we're gonna do it. If you look at the pads though, you can see all this bubbling. Look at that. So this is probably caused by excessive heat, which the owner did mention about. The caliper gets very hot because it drags, but in this case the problem is probably the master cylinder, which you're gonna see in the next video. So yeah, let's get to it, get this caliper stripped, rebuilt and back on the bike. And for putting it back together, I've got a new stainless steel piston, some new seals and new brake pads. So yeah, let's get to it. That's actually a very lovely piston. Right, so I got my caliper stripped here. I've got my new bits here. First thing I want to do is check that my piston is the right size. And it is. Fits nicely. So yeah, I can go ahead and insert my seals. So the seals are different thicknesses. This is the actual seal. This is a dust seal. So this goes in first and then this goes on top of it. So you can see there are two separate grooves in there. So what I tend to do is put a bit of red rubber grease on the outside of it to stop corrosion in the bottom of the groove. Then the inside of it, I just coat the piston in brake fluid and use that as a lubricant to push it in. Now I have to say this caliper is probably the nicest and cleanest one I've ever taken apart. Now the new kit doesn't come with a new bleed nipple, sadly, and it comes with this tiny little cap, which I don't really like that much. So on this occasion I'm just going to reuse the old bleed nipple and cap. So there we go, we've got the caliper ready to go back on the bike. Got the leftover bellow which we're going to attach to the carrier. We've got the two chain adjusters, which I just gave a good clean, and we're going to put those back as well. And this metal shim, which again goes with this on the carrier. So yeah, let's move over to the bike. Right, I'm going to give this carrier a bit of a clean. Right, so I can take this rubber bellow out now. Ready to put the new one in. Just gonna put a bit of rubber grease on the outside of it. And also on the inside. I'm also going to try and grease the bore a bit, but don't put too much in there. And also put some grease on the pin. Put the metal clip back on. I've put some copper grease on it as well. There we go. And that's ready to take the caliper back. So I've got the caliper here. Just gonna put the same as on the carrier. Gonna put a bit of rubber grease in the sleeve. And on the pin. A bit too much there. Gonna attach the brake line back. So I've already put some copper grease on these. Put them in. I don't want to make this video longer than it needs to be, so now I'm just going to adjust the chain, tighten the spindle nut to 100 Newton meters, tighten the chain adjuster to 10 Newton meters, tighten the brake line banjo fitting to 18 Newton meters, and then just fit the chain guard, and that's it for now. I will bleed the system, but first I need to rebuild the master cylinder as well, and that's going to be in the next video. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you again next time.